Welcome to The Explainer. You know, it's funny. Have you ever been completely captivated by a story, maybe even moved to tears without a single word of dialogue? Today, we're going to dive into that, the incredible universal language of silent stories, and how sometimes what we do is so much more powerful than anything we could ever say. And to really get a feel for this, we're not going to start with some dry theory. Nope. We're going to start with a true story that just perfectly captures the whole idea of wordless communication. So picture this, an elephant sanctuary in Tennessee. You've got Tara, this massive 8,700-pound Asian elephant, and her best friend is this little stray dog named Bella. I mean, they were totally inseparable, the ultimate odd couple. But then, something terrible happened. Bella got hurt really badly. She was inside the sanctuary office, couldn't move a muscle. And Tara, who had 2,700 acres she could have been roaming, did something that just blows my mind. She stood right by a gate outside that office, day in and day out, just waiting for her friend. And well, tragically, Bella didn't make it. But the story doesn't end there. The workers later found her body, and they think that Tara herself found her little friend, gently picked her up, and carried her over a mile to bring her back to a place where she was loved. I mean, wow. It's this incredibly powerful, completely silent story that's told only through action. And it makes you wonder, right? How do we understand these huge emotions, loyalty, grief, so clearly without a single word being spoken? Well, the answer actually lies in the most fundamental rule of all great storytelling, whether it's got dialogue or not. You've probably heard it before. It's the golden rule: show, don't tell. Think about it. We didn't need a narrator to tell us Tara was loyal. We saw it in her silent vigil. It's like we're hardwired to understand stories through what we see, not just what we're told. And this silent communication, it's like a language we all know. You've got all these tools. Body language can scream what a character is feeling. Light and color can totally change the mood of a scene. You can even use visual metaphors, like two characters standing far apart can show you just how emotionally distant they are. And of course, sound and music can crank up the tension or give you that moment of release. All of it, no words needed. Okay, so let's take a look at how all these silent little clues build up into patterns we all kind of recognize, connecting what happens in the real world to the stories we love in books and movies. Tara's story hits us so hard because it plugs right into a powerful character type we already know and love, the gentle giant. You know, think of characters like the Hulk or Chewbacca from Star Wars. And when you put them side by side like this, it's kind of uncanny. In fiction, the gentle giant looks intimidating. In real life, Tara had that immense size and strength. The archetype always has a heart of gold and is super protective. Tara showed this incredible loyalty and gentleness. It just goes to show you how our understanding of real-life actions directly shapes the characters we get, almost instinctively in our stories. But this kind of silent storytelling, it's not always about friendship. Sometimes it's a high-stakes performance or survival is on the line. Just look at something called a distraction display in the animal kingdom. Okay, so get this. A predator is getting close to a bird's nest on the ground. All of a sudden, the mother bird starts this whole drama. She ruffles her feathers to look like a furry little rodent and scurries away, basically telling a convincing, silent lie. Hey, over here, I'm an easy meal. The predator, of course, takes the bait, and once it's been lured far, far away from the vulnerable nest, the bird miraculously recovers and just flies away. It's a life or death play told completely through action. Now, those stories in nature are pure instinct, right? So how do human storytellers, writers, directors, consciously use that same silent language to shape our emotional experience? Well, one of the biggest tools they have is literally controlling time itself through editing. You've got fast pacing with all these quick cuts that just throws you into a state of excitement or anxiety. But on the flip side, slow pacing with those long, lingering shots pulls you deep inside a character's head, making you stop and think. I mean, just think about a movie like Mad Max Fury Road. The editing is just relentless, and it plunges you, the audience, straight into the middle of that on-screen chaos. It's all about this storm of super fast cuts, all perfectly timed to the action. And what that does is it just builds and builds this incredible tension, to the point where your own heart rate actually starts to speed up to match the rhythm of the film. It doesn't just show you chaos, it makes you feel it. But then, you can do the complete opposite. A film like Lost in Translation uses a really slow pace. All those long takes and quiet moments, they mirror how the characters are feeling, that sense of isolation. It invites us into their emotional world so we can connect with them in a much deeper way. And of course, there's another awesome tool for this, the flashback. By just jumping out of the main timeline, a storyteller can show us a character's past, reveal why they do what they do, or drop a hint about a big secret, all without a character ever having to spell it out. It is the ultimate show, don't tell move. So, let's bring it all together. What's the big takeaway here? Why do these silent stories have such a hold on us? It doesn't matter if it's the deep grief of an elephant, the clever trick of a bird saving its babies, or the quiet loneliness of a character in a film. So often, the stories that really stick with us bypass words completely and just speak straight to our hearts. And what this all really proves is that we are all fluent in this language. It's totally instinctual. We didn't need a textbook to understand what Tara's vigil meant. We felt it. And that kind of brings me to one last thought I want to leave you with. The next time you're just out in the world, watching your dog, seeing two strangers interact on the subway, or just noticing a tiny change in a friend's expression, ask yourself that question. You might be blown away by the incredible stories that are unfolding all around you, all in total silence.